Hello and a warm welcome to Federal Special Program Capital Beat. Just when the Congress was deciding to go full throttle to return to power in Karnataka, actually there was a bolt from the blue. And this was Rahul Gandhi's disqualification as an MP of Lok Sabha. Now, it's almost like a now or never moment for Congress. But the million-dollar question is that can the grand old party turn this crisis into an advantage? Joining me now is a very special guest, former Chief Minister of Maharashtra and a veteran Congress leader, Prithviraj Chavan. Thank you, sir, so much for joining on the Federal.
Thank you for calling me.
Mr. Chavan, my first question is that, somewhere there is a perception that Congress is lacking the firepower to handle a crisis of this sort. Why is this feeling?
No, I think Congress has not been successful in various elections, right from 2014 Lok Sabha to 2019 Lok Sabha, then many assembly elections in between, barring three important elections that we won, Madhya Pradesh, Chhattisgarh, and Rajasthan. And we had also won Karnataka earlier. So it was not that Congress did not win elections at all. There have been sporadic by-election victories, but large elections, the Lok Sabha election in 14 and 19, we failed to perform credibly well.
No, but Mr. Chavan, I'm talking about the current crisis which has evolved after Rahul Gandhi. And why I'm asking you this question is that 24th, Rahul Gandhi was disqualified, 24th of March. And today it's 28th. We do not know what the party's strategy will be. And we do not know how state units are responding, what kind of a campaign will unfold throughout the country. Why is there no clarity on this, except that we see the black protest happening? Those are the visuals.
I think there is a absolute clarity in what is to be done. Right now, the first priority for us is to take this issue to the people. The fact that the BJP or the powers that be have gone to this level, never before in the history of this country have a ruling party gone to this extent to silence the voice of a principal opponent. Why did they do that? Was it just because they were failing to control the economy, the unemployment, the inflation, the farmer suicides and other areas? No, it was not that. Only that, because this has been going on for a long time. What happened was,
Mr. Chavan, were you expecting that BJP will go so ham-handed? Were you expecting this?
I'll come to that. See, there were some giveaways and some indications of shape of things to come. Of course, we did not expect that they'll go to this extent and so expeditiously. Number one, when the Hindenburg research report hit the road on 24th January, hell broke loose, in the sense that the capital markets, you saw what happened. There was mayhem. The Adani companies lost huge amount of money on the stock market. Their market valuation crashed by about $120+ billion, not a small change.
Right.
About the same time, Rahul Gandhi, as a member of parliament, started asking questions in parliament. Simple questions like, what is the relationship of Mr. Narendra Modi with Mr. Gautam Adani or with Adani family? Then later on, he asked many questions that you're traveling in each other's planes. While you're chief minister, you use Adani plane. When you became prime minister, you carried Gautam Adani to various, along with you, to various state visits. And immediately after the state visit, the major contract followed. All those things were highlighted. But later on, he pointed to a very, very significant fact that Hindenburg research report had highlighted that Adani Industries got huge amount of investment from 38 Mauritius-based shell companies, Benami companies, which are incorporated in tax haven.
Mr. Chavan,
asked a simple question.
Yeah,
I know. The 20,000 crore.
Mr. Chavan, just allow me to interrupt you. What I'm saying is that since I'm totally taking a cue from what you're saying. You are saying that, Rahul made those revelations and because of this Adani report, probably he was targeted. So are you saying that Rahul actually got to the root of the Adani crisis? And this is what the ruling dispensation just couldn't bear. And this was an overreaction.
No, I think Whether he actually has hit the nail, I don't know. But the reaction from the ruling party is unprecedented. And they, first of all, they said that because he said something in Cambridge University that was anti-national, so disqualify him. Then they said he said something in Srinagar speech when he referred that some women came and complained to him about harassment and various things. He said no, he's named the victims and all that, so disqualify him. So this fervor to the attempt to disqualify him for parliament has been going on. Why? Because they wanted to silence his voice in the parliament. Did they succeed? Of course they succeeded, because they found out a very novel method. When Rahul Gandhi had made an election speech in Karnataka in 2019, and they said, look, that is defamatory. Unfortunately, in our country, we have criminal defamation laws. Not many democracies have that. And the maximum punishment in section 499, 500 of the Indian Penal Code is 5 years. Now, to best of my knowledge, ever since this law was enacted in 1860 by the British, we have this provision of criminal defamation. Never before has a maximum punishment of 2 years been given to anybody. I may be wrong. Maybe there is one odd instance in 160 years of history of the statute.
Mr. Chavan, this is unprecedented. But my question to you is that if party was already knowing that, Rahul Gandhi, there is an effort to silence Rahul Gandhi, every political party has a legal cell. Now, if they weaponized a law and if they came up with a petition, maybe it was filed by Purnesh Modi, and then, they've put up a narrative, what was the legal cell of Congress doing? Did the legal cell of Congress not preempt this crisis, that it can really go against Rahul Gandhi? Was the party not preempting this? I'm just wondering what the cell of Congress was doing.
Let's see. After the event happened in April of 2019, a court case followed. Now, Congress party cannot preempt the court case. Court case will go on. Actually, the complainant himself sought a stay in the Gujarat High Court. He got a stay for a certain time. Why he got a stay, we still had not understood. Whether he's waiting for an appropriate judge to be there. And moment the judge was changed, the magistrate was changed, again he approached the High Court to speed up the trial, and within a matter of 1 month, the new magistrate delivered the order. Maximum punishment permissible under section 499, 500 was given to us. Good. Could you have preempted it? No. It's a judicial process. You can only plead our case properly. I think we did. What punishment the magistrate will offer, that's up to him. And by going by 160 years of history, we didn't think the punishment, if at all he's punished and he's found guilty, and a punishment of imprisonment is given, it would not be 2 years at all, the maximum punishment. But okay, there we could be wrong. Now, did he have an appeal?
What is the delay? What is the delay behind the appeal now in the higher court?
First of all, the judgment is, the order is in Gujarati. It needs to be properly translated. It takes some time. It has to be properly studied. I think heavens won't fall. The appeal will happen. An appeal will be overturned. We are quite sure. As in the case of the Lakshadweep MP, Muhammad Fazal, he was sentenced for 10 years. But that sentence was, either withheld or whatever, suspended or that. And he was also disqualified as a member of parliament, but his disqualification was overturned. So I think in appeal, Rahul Gandhi will get justice, because there is Sessions Court, there's High Court, and there's ultimately the Supreme Court. I don't think entire judicial system will conspire against the Congress party and Rahul Gandhi. I'm sure we'll get justice. So delay of future doesn't matter. Of course, BJP is expediting the possible by-election. They're trying to throw away Mr. Rahul Gandhi from his official residence. All these silly, petty things they're doing. But that is just underlining and highlighting that Mr. Narendra Modi is scared of Mr. Rahul Gandhi. I don't know why they did that. I mean, this just underlines, for example, you say that you are insulted OBC community. What does OBC community got to do with the charge that he made? Is the complainant Mr. Prithviraj Modi a OBC? He's a Baniya. Is Nirav Modi? I mean, even otherwise also, supposing I make a charge against a prime minister, and if it's Hindu prime minister, he'll belong to some community, some jati, then does it mean I'm denigrated the entire jati?
No, but Mr. Chavan, the question now is that if there is a potent realization within the Congress party, amongst all your leaders, that, this has purely happened because Narendra Modi is scared of Rahul Gandhi. So now the point is that when you go before the people, how will the party really convey this? That Modi has got scared of Rahul. If this is the narrative which the
No,
Grand Old
I
Party
think
unfolds,
I will,
how will you
maybe
make
I
it
should.
credible? That's a question.
No, maybe I should put it slightly differently. Maybe I wouldn't use the word Mr. Modi is scared of Rahul Gandhi.
Right.
Mr. Modi is afraid of answering the questions that Mr. Rahul Gandhi is asking. He doesn't want to answer those questions. So first part of the campaign strategy is to hit the road, go to our PCCs, our DCCs, our Taluka Congress committees, and tell people what has happened. What great crime had Rahul Gandhi done to deserve this punishment? And why Mr. Modi had to resort this unprecedented step for a defamation. In most other countries, it's only a civil crime or a civil matter. So you can sue somebody for maybe 1 crore, 10 crore, 100 crores, or whatever. Never imprisonment. But in India, we have the law. Under the law, maximum punishment has been meted out. And we'll go to the people. How Narendra Modi is harassing Rahul Gandhi so that his voice is silenced. His voice is silenced in Parliament. Now he's trying to silence his voice by putting him behind the bars for 2 years so that he will not be able to campaign in 2024 Lok Sabha election. But so be it. Mr. Rahul Gandhi has accepted the conflict, he has accepted the challenge. He said, look, whatever you want to do, disqualify me for life, but I'll keep on asking these questions.
Prithviraj, tell me, do you believe that this is a moment of setback for Congress, or you really feel that, the party can gain manifold from here on?
See, I personally believe that the only way to defeat Mr. Modi in 2024 elections is when all political parties come together. Now, let's step back and see. In 2014, BJP got 31% of popular vote in Lok Sabha election, which went up to 37% in 19, maybe because of Balakot and other hysteria generated. But let's safely assume that even today, notwithstanding inflation, notwithstanding unemployment, notwithstanding anger of the people about farmers and all that, Mr. Modi still has a 35% support base in the country, which will probably garner in the 24 election, the massive money power, the well-oiled machinery and all that. But that means 65% people of the country is voting to defeat Mr. Modi. Unfortunately, those 65% votes are scattered in 40 different parties. There are 38 MPs belonging to different political parties represented.
Mr. Chavan, but are you confident, Mr. Chavan, are you confident that Rahul's disqualification will become a central rallying point for all the political parties? And why I'm asking you this is why I'm asking you this question is that yesterday, Mr. Chavan, I'll come to you. Yesterday, Trinamool Congress did come come along with Congress. And they said that we don't want to be seen as TMC coming together with Congress, but all the opposition parties coming together. So which means that, there is a certain seed of, doubt in their minds. In fact, I was interviewing Jawahar Sarkar yesterday, and he also said the same thing, that, don't say that, TMC is coming with Congress. So that's why I'm raising this question, that on one hand, you have Trinamool coming together with Congress. And on the other hand, you also have leaders like Uddhav Thackeray giving a warning signal to Rahul Gandhi and the Congress, saying that, look, if you talk about Savarkar in this manner, then, there could be cracks in the alliance.
See, Nidu, whatever TMC wants to say, the point is, we are making a simple point. That point is that all opposition parties must come together and try and field one candidate against one candidate of BJP. So if the 1:1 contest, now there'll have to be sacrifices made, there'll be give and take all across. And I think the leadership for bringing all these political parties together can only be taken by Congress. Because Congress alone still has a 19% vote share. Next best vote share is Trinamool with 4% share. Now, only thing is, even if this thing had not happened, if this disqualification drama had not happened, I was a strong voter. that let us not vote, name anybody as a prime ministerial candidate. Because the moment you name X, Y, Z as the prime ministerial candidate, then coming together becomes difficult. There is Mr. Chandrasekhar Rao, there is Mr. Nitish Kumar, there is Akhilesh Singh Ji, there is Mr. Mamta Banerjee. All of them are ready. I think we must replicate 1977, when Jayaprakash Narayan Ji brought together broad alliance of stalwarts, very tall national leaders together. But there was no prime ministerial face, and they defeated Indira Gandhi. And after the defeat, after the election victory in 1977, they sat down and chose one person as a prime ministerial candidate. Why can't that be done now? Right. Whether Mr. Gandhi will contest the election or not, I'm sure he'll contest the election. I'm sure appeals will set this whole process off. But I think contesting election is one thing, and naming a person as a leader of the alliance, as the prime ministerial face, is another thing. I think Congress party will see the merit in the argument. A lot of things have happened. Mr. Kharge has clarified it on a number of occasions. I think the Congress party will have to take the leadership position. They'll have to bring everybody together and tell the country that let us first get rid of this dictatorial threat that is facing the country. Let's first defeat BJP and Mr. Modi, and then we'll sit together and run the country.
Mr. Chavan, yesterday there was a meeting, an all-party meeting at Mallikarjun Kharge's residence in the evening, where Shiv Sena didn't turn up. And after that, the big headlines which have been rolling across the TV channels is that, there is some kind of danger, it seems, to the Maha Vikas Aghadi alliance. Now, do you believe that when Rahul said during the press conference, the Saturday press conference which he held, and he said that, I'm not Savarkar and why should I apologize? You come from Maharashtra. Obviously, Savarkar has a great emotional value with the people of Maharashtra. Do you think that Rahul Gandhi, of course, he's not said this for the first time. He also said the same thing during the Bharat Jodo Yatra. But now when he says this, can it really impact your alliance with the Shiv Sena?
No, first of all, it will not. We are going to have a joint rally, first of the 7 rallies that we are planning in Maharashtra. That rally will be held on 2nd of April. Just a week from now in Aurangabad. That is now being called Sambhajinagar. We could have. Now, let us look at it. I mean, I don't want to get trapped into this whole question about Savarkar. I mean, yes, there is a emotional link of some people in Maharashtra with Savarkar, not all. And I don't think rest of the country has the same emotional link with Mr. Savarkar as Maharashtra has. That apart. What we should take only what Mr. Rahul Gandhi has said, the gist of it, and that is he will not apologize. Now, why can't we let it go at that? Now, we'll sort out issues with Maha Vikas Aghadi, with Shiv Sena. And I think in yesterday's meeting also, that has been accepted that contentious issues will not be taken up. All alliances are built on common minimum program. So certain issues, if they're emotionally important for you, I think we should leave them out. But let's not forget, it is not that all people of Maharashtra have the same emotional link with Mr. Savarkar. They do not. And rest of the country, I don't try to speak about that. Yes, Shiv Sena feels strongly about it. They have every right to worship any leader that they want. But Mr. Savarkar's history before all of us, I think this is not the time to get into it, but that will get discussed over a period of time. But I think Mr. Rahul Gandhi's statement, let's only take one thing out of it. That is, he said he will not apologize.
Right. Okay. So you don't think that Rahul has made a mistake by ratcheting up Savarkar's name? You don't think so?
That's his personal issue. I think he is just stating a fact. I don't think he's trying to say who you should worship or who should. That's up to each individual. But see, let's also not forget that I don't think there is any other family in the country which has got 2 persons in the family martyred in the cause of in nation. And this point has been highlighted. We don't want to make a political capital out of it. And look at it from Mr. Rahul Gandhi's perspective. And I think you will understand if you step into his shoes and understand how he feels about this whole thing.
Right. So, Mr. Chavan, from here on, do you believe that, the way Congress was thinking that, it will be like Kharge ji said in one of his rallies also that, for 2024, we'll have an alliance government. And of course, he didn't name the party who's going to lead it or whatever. He said that there's going to be an alliance government. Now, to that statement, do you think that this disqualification has come as some kind of a setback because Rahul Gandhi now is disqualified, or you feel that Congress will come back with a renewed vigor after this moment?
See, two things. I don't think this disqualification will continue, number one. But even if it continues, for argument's sake, we understand, that doesn't change anything at all. All that happens is that the Wayanad seat, maybe somebody else will contest, whether there'll be by-election called before 2025, I don't know. But that changes nothing. As a matter of fact, the sympathy that Mr. Rahul Gandhi has got personally after the Bharat Jodo Yatra is a different level altogether. People are accepting. Even if you talk to quietly to BJP people, he said, look, ye to galti kar di. I think this was a mistake that the BJP did. I mean, this is the feeling within the BJP. Forget about the rest of the country. Why target a man for asking questions in the national interest about an unholy alliance, possible unholy alliance, and the powers that we do not want to answer those questions? You punish a person for that, put him behind bars, disqualify him, throw him out of the politics, but his voice will not be silenced. Even if you imprison him, his voice will not be silenced. The entire Congress party will take up this challenge.
Right. So you feel that this moment has reinvigorated the party in a way?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
So, right. Yes, sir.
We've been holding rallies all over the country. Tomorrow itself, on 29th of March, there are going to be 35 press conferences addressed by senior party leaders in every major city of the country, every capital of the state capital. I mean, we're going to take this issue. I think it's a opportunity given to Congress
party.
When
Congress has been raising this allegation that, the media doesn't support Congress. So what good will the press conferences really do to this cause, which is so serious, which is so grave, and it needs to be communicated so articulately?
No, I think this will be articulated by press statements, by social media, by press conferences, by our holding various rallies. We're going to be all out. Our Congress party secretaries have been told to continue to stay in the areas that they've been given they're in charge of. So they'll be residing in the areas which they're supervising. And so it's going to be an all-out campaign. The seed of doubt is there. Kuch dal mein kuch kala hai. There's something is not right. Why should a prime minister? And it's not because of the political issue that raising about unemployment and inflation and other things. This is Adani matter. The serious question, and particularly, see, the difference between Rafale campaign and this campaign is that this campaign was started. Of course, we all said that there is a nexus and they're very close friends and all that. We said that Mr. Rahul Gandhi even said that what is your relationship before and after and all that. But after Hindenburg research, a very credible research document of 104 pages, to which no answer has come. Mr. Adani initially said that I will sue Hindenburg because these are very serious allegations against him. He called him a thief, a con artist, a confidence trickster. And he immediately said that I'll sue him. What happened to that suing him? And Hindenburg has given an open challenge to sue me in any court you want to sue me, in Delhi court or in New York court or London court, wherever you want to sue me, I'm ready. But Mr. Adani is not ready.
So, Mr. Chavan, what you say? Right. But Mr. Chavan, there's one question which of course, all the political experts are going to watch on. And that is that on one hand, Congress is going to roll out a mega protest, a mega show of press conferences, and multiple other ways by which you will convey that, look, injustice has been done to Rahul Gandhi. And on the other hand, you have a BJP blitzkrieg where they will say that, these comments have hurt the OBC sentiments. And today also in Parliament, there were all the BJP OBC MPs, they were holding protest. And now they are going to towns and they will go across the country to convey this. Now, on whose side will sympathy be? On whose side do you think sympathy will be?
Let's logically try to analyze the OBC question. Now, that also, again, emphasizes and underlines that government is scared. Now, let us see. What is the comment that he made in Kolar in 2019? He named some people and called them chor. I mean, they are thieves. Now, people like Nirav Modi, Lalit Modi have stolen the money from the people of this country and run away. They're expounding and they were allowed to run away. Now, they've been called thieves. Now, if you think that Prime Minister belongs to a particular community, now every Prime Minister belongs to some community or other. Now, if you accuse, if you take an allegation against the Prime Minister, criticize him, are you criticizing the community? And did he utter the word OBC in his speech at all? To what extent are you going? What is the logic behind it? This is just emphasizing and underlining the fact that you are clutching at the straws.
So, Mr. Chavan, when you hold press conferences, when you will be holding press conferences, when other leaders from Congress will be holding press conferences, what is Congress's plan? Are you going to play out that clip of Rahul Gandhi of 2019, where you will try and tell the people that, look, this is what he said, and this is what is being said by Narendra Modi? Unless it's articulated that clearly, the people apparently won't understand.
No. There are complex legal questions. There is for example, no other law, unfortunately, after the Lily Thomas judgment of the Supreme Court, the defamation law has a unique case where the moment a lower court magistrate defines a 2-year sentence for defamation, you are politically hanged. Disqualification from Parliament is equivalent to capital punishment in case of a physical crime.
Right.
Now, in case of physical crime, if you are punished to be hanged, you have an appeal process. From Sessions Court, you go to High Court, to Supreme Court, to President of India. Here, unfortunately, as a result of the Supreme Court pronouncement in a particular case in 2013, the moment a very lowest court in the country, a magistrate court, if it finds a person guilty for defamation and punishes him, sentences him for 2 years, he is politically hanged. There is no appeal completely, because the sentence comes into effect instantaneously, which is the flaw in the judgment.
So you believe that BJP has tried to politically hang Rahul Gandhi when it comes to his membership in Parliament?
Absolutely, he has, and unfortunately, it's not entirely BJP's fault. It's a faulty law that is on the statute books, which is that moment the punishment is pronounced, the sentencing is done, and it is for 2 years, you are politically hanged. Because there's nothing else you can, there's simply no equivalence of that. It's a political hanging.
But
of course, you may get redressal. In this case, in a physical hanging, you cannot be brought alive again. But in this case, you can be.
Absolutely. No, but
in Mohammed Fazl's case, you restored the membership. Restored.
Right. You've used strong words that BJP has tried to politically hang Rahul Gandhi inside Parliament. Now, the thing is that, what happens when BJP starts questioning that, and BJP leaders have been raising this question that, the party is not coming at Rahul Gandhi's rescue. And look at the delay in the appeal. In Pawan Khera's case, he immediately got a bail. You had a battery of lawyers who fought his case. But why this delay in this whole appeal? And, there is a feeling that, the party is not coming at Rahul Gandhi's rescue. I'm not saying this. This is an accusation coming from the BJP.
The BJP is trying to clutch at straws. I mean, there is enough time for us to appeal. Let's put up a strong legal team. The verdict had to be translated accurately, checked, double-checked. So appeal did not come in matter of 1 or 2 hours. One of the legal luminaries, I heard a statement on television. He said that if I was there, I would have filed an appeal within 1 hour. Yes, we did not do that within 1 hour. First of all, we did not expect that consequences will follow as they did. But I think there is time. We can even file tomorrow, day after, next week.
So you wouldn't say that there was any shortcung from the legal cell of Congress? You wouldn't admit
I can't comment on that because I was not handling the legal affair. But our legal team will raise issues about every single thing, like issues like jurisdiction. Did the Surat magistrate have the jurisdiction because Rahul Gandhi normally resides in Delhi, that the incident happened in Kolar in Karnataka. Could the Surat court would have tried it? There is a provision in the law that you should conduct a preliminary inquiry, which we did not do. There are many things that will get to, but I'm not handling the legal side of the argument, legal case. The experts aren't going to do that. This delay argument, and therefore there is some opposition to Mr. Rahul Gandhi's getting out of it and all that. That is a very I only can laugh at this argument. They're clutching at the straws. And I can't believe it that they'll really take this argument to a serious extent.
Mr. Chavan, last couple of one or two points more before I end the interview. And now is that, how long will Congress continue to plead this kind of an innocence whenever it's caught unawares? It's basically a tactics. It's a political outmaneuvering by BJP. You may call it,
see,
in whatever manner.
I'm just
the weaponizing of laws, whether the misuse of power, they are outmaneuvering Congress. And each time you ask a question as to how Congress will deal with this, Congress says, oh, this is like silencing Rahul Gandhi, and all those reasons come up. So
I think let me play devil's advocate. I mean, maybe there could be an argument. Maybe I'm saying I'm not in the seat. I'm not there in the working committee taking decisions and all. I'm not. But let me play devil's advocate. Maybe Congress party thought that this will not do any damage, but actually give a huge sympathy, and the seat will not be lost because the appeal will get justice at least in 3 levels: in Sessions Court, in High Court, in Supreme Court. Because never in the 160 years history of this law has maximum punishment of 2 years been given. Maybe barring 1 or 2 cases in the British time, I don't know. So I wouldn't say they weaponize the law. Law is there.
This could be. So you feel that this could be a strategy by the Congress?
No, I'm saying I'm not in the seat where I can take this decision or advice. I just said I'm playing a devil's advocate. So did Congress party lose out? I don't think. We got a huge sympathy for it. But more than the sympathy, the point has been gone to the last gully in the country, last mohalla, last household, that there is something wrong. Why Mr. Prime Minister is not able to answer? We all know that he never addresses the press conference. He has not taken a single question on the Adani episode, Adani relation at all. What is it? What is there to hide? If Mr. Adani has broken some law, he will not be the first businessman in India to break some laws. Let him face the punishment. Why is there no inquiry by SEBI into it? Why is there's no inquiry about bank loans by RBI on it?
Right.
So I think when this follow-up public issue of Mr. Adani came up, when actually prices of Adani shares were tanking, that time people were buying shares at a much higher price. Public sector companies were buying at a higher price. These questions will have to be answered. The questions have been asked not only by Mr. Rahul Gandhi, they've been asked internationally by international firms like Hindenburg Research, and no answers have come, either from Mr. Adani or from the Prime Minister or from even Indian regulatory agencies, which is very sad.
But you feel that Rahul, this is my last question to you, that you feel that Rahul will turn out into a bigger hero than what he has been all this while?
He's already become a bigger hero, much bigger hero than the Bharat Jodo, which made him to a different, elevated him to a different platform. And now thankfully, Mr. Modi has even raised him to a much higher platform today. So I think when I said I play a devil's advocate, was it a blessing in disguise? What is all right? What has happened? Because he will not lose his membership at all. They will not. The law of the country, there's a law in the country. I mean, I don't think there's appeals process, even though the law was not changed. Law existed. Sadly, the law existed. I mean, the country must come together and say that we do not need a criminal defamation law in our statute books. That has to be thrown away, as most democracies in the world have done. It doesn't exist in England. It doesn't exist in America. There's only civil liability. You can sue a man for 100 crore rupees, but not imprison.
Right. So I'll take a cue from, I'll take a cue from what you said, that it could be a blessing in disguise for Congress. So we'll have to wait and watch as to how it unfolds, and especially when Karnataka elections are just a few weeks away. So can this sympathy unfold in Karnataka for Rahul Gandhi? Thanks so much, Mr. Prithviraj Chavan, for
Karnataka. We are winning anyway without the sympathy, but in other parts of the country, I think be in a better position to win election. Thank you for calling.
Okay. Wish you all the best, Mr. Chavan. Thank you so much. And one appeal to the viewers who are watching this interview, send us your feedback, subscribe to our channel, and stay tuned to the Federal. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Chavan. Thank you.
Subscribe to the Federal's YouTube page for more interesting updates.